A gunman lands in a country he cannot pronounce, protects a mine he does not own, serves a flag he will never salute, and changes the war. That is the new mercenary age. Globalization promised open markets, fast money, mobile labor, and logistics. It also created a darker supply chain, soldiers for rent. The old mercenary was simple: a foreign fighter paid to fight in someone else's war. International law tried to cage that figure in Article 47 of Additional Protocol 1 and the 1989 US Mercenary Convention. But the modern battlefield slipped through the bars. Private military companies offer combat, training intelligence, drones, and deniable force. Private security companies guard embassies, convoys, ports, and pipelines. On paper, that distinction matters. In war zones, the line dissolves. Executive Outcomes showed the model early. Founded by former South African officer Eben Barlow, it fought in Angola and Sierra Leone. In 1990s, Institute for Security Studies research described Angola paying over $40 million a year, alongside oil and diamond-linked interest. In Sierra Leone, Executive Outcomes pushed back the Revolutionary United Front and retook diamond areas. The lesson was seductive. A weak state could buy competence faster than it could build an army. Then came Iraq Blackwater. Blackwater, later XEN Academy, guarded US diplomats. Research recorded armed security contractors in Iraq rising from 5,481 in September 2007 to 13,232 by June 2009. On September 16, 2007, Blackwater guards killed 17 Iraqi civilians at Baghdad's Nisour Square. 4 were convicted in US courts. In 2020, Donald Trump pardoned them, and UN experts said that pardons undermined humanitarian law. For Iraqis, outsourcing did not make war cleaner, it made accountability disappear. Wagner perfected the next mutation. Mercenary power fused with state strategy created around Dmitry Utkin and Yevgeny Prigozhin. Wagner appeared in Ukraine's Donbass in 2014, then Syria, Libya, the Central African Republic, Mali, and Sudan. The US Treasury designated it as a significant transactional criminal organization in January 2023. Washington said Wagner had around 50,000 personnel in Ukraine, including 40,000 convicts. BBC and Mediazona later identified at least 48,366 Russian prisoners recruited in 2022 and 2023. After Prigozhin's June 2023 mutiny and death that August, Moscow did not abandon the machine. It rebranded and absorbed much of it into Africa Corps. Reuters reported in 2025 that 70 to 80% of Africa Corps came from former Wagner ranks. By 2026, Russian forces in Mali were helping the junta fight jihadist pressure while Russia pursued gold. Mali began building a Russia-backed refinery in 2025 with the 200-ton capacity, nearly 4 times its output. This is not only about guns, it is about mines, ports, data, propaganda, sanction invasion, and diplomatic leverage. In Libya, UN reporting and Reuters placed Wagner beside Khalifa Haftar, while Turkey backed Tripoli with Syrian fighters. In Syria, contractors guarded energy assets. In Africa, security deals traveled beside mining license, disinformation, and anti-Western messaging. The market is growing because states want violence without fingerprints. Some estimates put private military and security services in hundreds of billions by the mid-2020s. Through military service, estimates are smaller. Either way, war has become a marketplace. The question is no longer whether mercenaries are legal. The question is whether governments still want war to look illegal. When states rent force, deny responsibility, monetize resources, and blame the contractors, sovereignty becomes a shell company. Mercenaries are not the past returning. They are globalization's illegitimate child, wearing body armor, carrying encrypted phones, waiting for the next failed state or great power rivalry to open the door.